Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Balboa Show, baby. And in this video, we're talking about All Elite Wrestling and Yukes, as there was a rumor on Bro Wrestling 1's Instagram page which said this: a group inside Yukes Gaming have constructed a demo version of All Elite Wrestling's game to show AEW management in hopes to get a game in the process. Now, take it all with a grain of salt, and this was 5 days ago. Has it been a bit too fast that this is all happening? I mean, we've got in May, we had the announcement that Yukes is actually going to be working on a new wrestling project to spark competition within the WWE 2K franchise, because a lot of that team are becoming dispassionate about the WWE 2K game as a whole. So they wanted a new project, and we were kind of speculating whether it would still be a WWE game. And if this rumor is true, and I honestly don't believe it, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like, I think it's been a bit too fast. But on the other hand, it's E3. It was E3 week, you know, they could have had a little demo. I mean, they never said that they had, in this tweet anyway, they haven't said that they had like a full game. They literally just made a demo to showcase to these to the All Elite Wrestling management, and I'm thinking that seems possible. I mean, it's a great way to start. We had Kenny Omega himself at E3, and he's a huge gaming fan. Cody Rhodes has commented on an AEW game in the past, you know, just to relive the good old days on the N64 wrestling games, the WWF games, the WCW games, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, it does seem plausible, but I'm not 100% believing it. Again, take it all with a grain of salt. Now, whilst Kenny Omega was in E3, we also got him saying this. Kenny says, an AEW video game is the ultimate goal. And this was posted by Felix Upton. We then had a statement from Kenny Omega who said this: you know, that's the ultimate goal. I mean, we're trying to be an alternative, something very different. So WWE, they have their 2K license, 2K franchise, and it's great, and a lot of people have fun with it. You know, I recently worked on the NJPW Fire Pro Wrestling, and I love the Fire Pro Wrestling franchise. I don't know if you've played it or not, it's great. What I'm trying to do is restore an old franchise. I want people to have fun with wrestling games like they used to do when I used to play wrestling games in high school. We also got this from the person who was actually interviewing Kenny Omega. The entire time he spoke, the cleaner was being distracted by playing Mega Man 2 for the first time in forever. He wasn't having the best time either, as he tried to multitask by playing a difficult game and doing an interview at the same time. Only Kenny Omega could do it. But he did better than most would have. AEW might have a video game in their future, but that will probably be a project for the future. However, with the momentum they have right now, you never know how fast they might reach that point in the company's evolution. Now, as you can see, Kenny Omega did say he wants, because AEW is an alternative to WWE anyway and all the wrestling that's out there, I guess what Kenny Omega is also saying that AEW's every kind of project they do, they want it to be alternative. They don't want to have like a replica game of the 2K franchise with a couple more updates, and you know, but by the same people. So if Yukes went up to Kenny Omega, for example, at E3 with a game similar to the WWE games but with an AEW logo and a couple new features, I don't know if Kenny Omega would approve of it, as he, and I know Cody Rhodes as well, they are kind of fans of the old kind of wrestling games, unless Yukes actually provided that to Kenny Omega and the demo was actually something similar to a properly new wrestling game that hasn't been showcased yet. I mean, Yukes is also fed up of the WWE games. I'm sure the passionate team behind those games, the passionate team behind this new wrestling project would want something new as well. They know what AEW is trying to be and what kind of wrestling games they really need to create. So obviously now we don't know if it's even true, but if they did go and show a demo, and I'm thinking if it's a new passionate team, yes, they would have showed something different. They would have showed something that they actually had fun making this little demo and what an AEW could be. However, if they showed something very similar to the WWE game, I don't think that Kenny Omega would have been like, oh yeah, let's 100% make this. Of course, there's no weekly shows yet. We need to get all that stuff on track. They need to start, you know, once we hit October, let the ball kind of roll a bit, let some more funds come in, you know, and then they can start worrying about an All Elite Wrestling game. But I'm thinking, hopefully, and it's kind of inevitable, if this company goes so well, which I guess, obviously, I hope with all my heart, this company is one of the biggest things in wrestling, and it just takes off tremendously. I mean, it already has, yeah, I kind of expect like a more classic approach to an AEW video game than a simulation kind of based game like the WWE games. Take like the N64 game, for example, something similar to that, but with a modern kind of take on it as well. I mean, the popularity to create an AEW video game is there. Let's look at the comparisons. Stomping Ground had 12,000 empty seats, which is unbelievable, whereas on the flip side, All Out, AEW's August pay-per-view, had 137,000 plus fans trying to buy tickets and sold out in 15 minutes. I mean, the comparison is there. I know we're at early stages, they haven't gone weekly yet, but for WWE to not be selling out pay-per-view, it's unbelievable. The product, they really need to shake things up, man. But I'm not talking about superstar shake-up. I'm talking about like a brand new plan, strategy, get that wrestling on point, get the storylines on point. But yeah, the popularity is there. It's inevitable in my eyes that we will be getting an AEW wrestling game. I mean, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that time, and then we can start playing it, speculating about it here on the Balbo Show. So guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Here is a little comment section shout out. Thank you to Mike Cabral, Mohammed Shatter, Tito Little, DCAD69, and Cupcake Warrior. Guys, thank you so much for watching these videos, smiling these videos, clicking on these videos, and I hope you did find it enjoyable and entertaining. I love speculating about this kind of stuff. So guys, thank you for staying with me, and thank you for 14.7 plus thousand subscribers plus. Thank you so much. God bless every single one of you, and I hope to see you in the next video, baby.